Ready for a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Europe? From its beautiful historic cities to its stunning landscapes, we'll be exploring 10 of Europe's most incredible places. So whether you're a history buff, an art lover, or simply want to bask in nature's marvels, we've got something for you. Number 10. Are you ready to fall in love with Paris? This city has it all: art, culture, history, and romance. On your first day in Paris, there's no better place to start than by exploring the Louvre. It's one of the world's largest and most famous museums, housing a vast collection of artworks such as the Mona Lisa, Venus de Milo, and the Winged Victory of Samothrace. But be warned, it can get very crowded, so make sure to book your tickets in advance. Afterwards, take a stroll through the Tuileries Gardens, a lovely park next to the museum, and make your way to dinner at one of the many cafes in Montmartre, a hilly neighborhood famous for its artists and cafes. On your second day in Paris, visit the Sacré-Cœur Basilica. Take a walk up its 300 steps to enjoy some of the best panoramic views of the city. Lastly, no trip to Paris is complete without a visit to its renowned Eiffel Tower. Enjoy a relaxing dinner in one of its restaurants, or even take an elevator tour to the very top. Number 9. Ready to paint the town red? Then head to Amsterdam, the Venice of the North. Here you can spend your days exploring the city's stunning canals and cycling culture. Then, as the sun goes down, immerse yourself in its signature nightlife. On your first day, start with a visit to the Van Gogh Museum, home to the largest collection of Vincent van Gogh's work in the world. Then, take a canal cruise and see the city from a new perspective, enjoying the sights of historical buildings and rows of trees. In the evening, enjoy a leisurely dinner at one of the many cafes in Jourdan, a charming neighborhood with a 17th century vibe. On your second day, head over to the Cheese Museum, where you can learn about the history of cheesemaking and sample some of the most delicious cheeses from all over the world. And if you're feeling adventurous, take a stroll through the city's famous red light district, known for its after-hours entertainment. But while you're there, make sure to explore one of the city's most historic sites, the Oude Kerk, Amsterdam's oldest church. Number 8. Want to see where history was made? Then head to Rome, Italy, where you can explore the streets where Julius Caesar and Cleopatra once walked. From the Colosseum to the Trevi Fountain, Rome is a city steeped in history and culture. On your first day, begin with a visit to the Colosseum, one of the world's most iconic landmarks. This ancient amphitheater, once used for gladiatorial contests, is a must-see. In the afternoon, head to the Roman Forum, the center of ancient Rome. This archaeological site is home to the ruins of temples, government buildings, and the Senate House. On your second day, make your way to Vatican City. This city-state is home to St. Peter's Basilica, one of the most famous churches in the world. Spend your day at St. Peter's Square, or tour the Sistine Chapel and Vatican museums. Afterwards, take a stroll through the Trastevere neighborhood, a lively area with narrow streets and charming cafes. On your third day, explore the Pantheon, an architectural marvel that was built over 2,000 years ago. Bask in the magnificence of its dome ceiling as the light shines down from an opening in its center, called an oculus, or eye. And lastly, be sure to visit the Trevi Fountain, one of the most popular tourist destinations in Rome. Make a wish as you toss a coin into the fountain. Number 7. Head to Reykjavik, Iceland, where you can experience the magic of the Northern Lights, soak in a geothermal spa, and hike in a lava field. This city is full of surprises, and you're sure to have a memorable trip. This magical phenomenon is a sight to behold, and it's one of the most popular tourist attractions in Iceland. But there are many other things to do in Reykjavik besides seeing the Northern Lights. The city is home to a number of museums, including the National Museum of Iceland, the Museum of Photography, and the Saga Museum. There are also a number of art galleries and theaters in Reykjavik. If you're looking for something to do outdoors, you can go hiking in the hills surrounding the city, visit the majestic Blue Lagoon, or go whale watching. And of course, no trip to Iceland would be complete without trying some of the local food. Be sure to sample the fermented shark, the lamb soup, and the skyr, a yogurt-like snack. Number 6. Journey to the Scottish Highlands in Edinburgh, Scotland, where you can hike the terrain, explore castles, and of course drink plenty of whiskey. This city is full of history and adventure, and you're sure to have a memorable trip. Once you've settled in, start your trip by visiting Edinburgh Castle, a centuries-old stronghold that is one of the most popular tourist attractions in Scotland. It's known for being one of the most fortified structures in all of Europe. From there, head to the Royal Mile, a historic cobblestoned street that's lined with shops, cafes, and restaurants. It's a perfect place to explore this history of the city and take in the sights. Then if you're looking for something more active, you can hike Arthur's Seat, the highest hill in Edinburgh, which offers stunning views of the city at its peak. And last but not least, relax and take a whiskey tour at one of Edinburgh's distilleries, where you can sample some of the finest whiskeys in the world. So far, we've explored some of the best places in Europe, but there's still more to go. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel, Glamorous Getaways, for more travel inspiration. Now let's get back to number 5, Lisbon, Portugal. Portugal, a country of contrasts, is a place where you can explore fairy tale palaces, sip port wine, and surf the waves. From the bustling streets of Lisbon to the stunning beaches of the Algarve, you're sure to find something to your liking in Portugal. Start your trip in Lisbon, the capital city. Visit the Sintra National Palace, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that is one of the most beautiful palaces in the world. Take a walk through the Jardim da Penha, the palace gardens, and enjoy the stunning views of the surrounding mountains. In the afternoon, head to Cabo da Roca, the westernmost point of continental Europe. Stand on the edge of the cliff and take in the breathtaking views of the Atlantic Ocean. If you're feeling adventurous, go surfing in Peniche or hiking in the Serra da Estrela National Park. And if you're looking for something more relaxing, take a wine tour in the Douro Valley. Number 4, Budapest, Hungary. This is a city that is full of history and beauty, and there's no better way to see it than from a boat ride on the Danube River. Once aboard, you'll be treated to views of the city's iconic landmarks, like the Buda Castle, the Parliament Building, and the Chain Bridge. You'll also get to see the city from a perspective like no other, as you glide past local fishermen casting their nets and watch couples enjoying romantic strolls along the riverside. In the distance, you might even be able to see the ruins of the Roman city of Aquincum, which was once one of the largest cities in the Roman Empire. As you sit back and relax, the crisp air and the sound of the river rushing past makes Budapest an experience to remember. Number 3, step back in time and experience the history and pageantry of London, England, the city of kings and queens. You can almost hear the trumpets blaring as you step through the gates of Buckingham Palace, the official residence of the British monarch. Here you can see the changing of the guard ceremony, where the guards proudly perform their duties on display. Afterwards, visit the Tower of London, a historic castle that's been used for many things, including a royal palace, as well as a treasury. On a tour here, you can see the awe-inspiring crown jewels. Considered to be priceless, these precious treasures have been worn by British monarchs for centuries. Over the next few days, explore the many attractions the city has to offer, from the lights of Piccadilly Circus and magnificence of Tower Bridge to a scenic ride on the London Eye. Finally, head to the top of Big Ben, the city's famous clock tower, and enjoy the views from one of London's most recognizable landmarks. Number 2, Dubrovnik, Croatia, the Pearl of the Adriatic. Imagine yourself walking through the narrow streets of Dubrovnik, Croatia. The sun shines brightly on the white old town stone walls. The salty sea air is filled with the sound of cicadas. It's a beautiful day in this historic port city. You walk past the shops selling souvenirs and local delicacies. You stop to admire the intricate architecture of the Assumption Cathedral and the Franciscan Monastery. You take a break at a cafe to enjoy a cup of coffee and watch the world go by. It's easy to forget that you're in the 21st century when you're in Dubrovnik, a city that seems to have been plucked out of the Middle Ages and transported to the present day. As you explore the Stradun, the old town's main thoroughfare, its timeless charm allows you to feel like you've stepped back into the past. Enjoy a Croatian wine tasting as you soak in the atmosphere. Then, as evening approaches, Make your way to the historic Fort Lovrijenac and bask in breathtaking views that overlook the Adriatic Sea. As you watch the sunset over the horizon, you feel a sense of peace and tranquility that only Dubrovnik can offer. Finally, at number 1, discover the beauty of Norway's second-largest city, Bergen, on a journey through the fjords. Surrounded by iconic fjords and lush, picturesque mountains, Bergen is truly a sight to see. This city is known for its colorful wooden houses, its lively fish market, and its proximity to some of the most beautiful scenery in the world. One of the top things to do in Bergen is to take a boat tour and cruise along the fjords. These calm, narrow inlets to the sea make for a perfect backdrop to a relaxing afternoon. But if you're looking for something more on the adventurous side, there are also plenty of hiking and skiing options in the area. Another great thing to do in Bergen is to visit the Bryggen waterfront. Bryggen is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's home to a row of colorful wooden houses that date back to the 14th century, adding to Bergen's rich history. Lastly, a trip to Bergen isn't complete without a tour of the Bergenhus Fortress. Located on a hill overlooking the city, it offers some of the best views in all of Europe. No matter what you choose to do in Bergen, you're sure to have a memorable time. This city is a true gem, and it's a must-visit for any traveler. That's all for our top 10 incredible places in Europe. We hope you enjoyed the video and found some inspiration for your next trip. If you did, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel, Glamorous Getaways, for more travel inspiration. Thanks for watching.